how to create a high converting sales funnel. I always get asked that. What's Jack's answer?
Yeah, my answer is that the most important thing that you can do is to really focus on messaging and, understand what is the conversation that you're starting, and think of it as I said before, in the same way that a story, if you're a student of stories, the way that you and I are, we understand that there's a story arc. A good story has to go through certain stages, or else it's just not a very satisfying story. In the same way, you're taking your audience through a certain arc. And so the messaging there and how you say it and the words that you use is really, really important. Just like Andre, I'm continuing to invest. I mean, just an hour before this, I ended up buying one of my own clients' copywriting courses because I heard her on, I didn't even know she was a client of mine, but I heard her on a podcast called the Copy Chief podcast, and went and checked out her stuff and ended up buying her course. Like I'm constantly reinvesting in my skills to try to find something new or remind myself of something that I've forgotten regarding messaging, because I really don't feel like you can ever get to the point where there's nothing to learn about messaging. So yeah, I would say the very most important thing is your messaging. Coming back to, like, I think second behind that is having a deadline. But I'm the first to say that, and I say this all the time, a deadline isn't going to revive a dead marketing funnel. So if your messaging is completely off, or if you're the only one on planet Earth who is in love with this product that you've created, first of all, you're not alone. Other people have been down that road. I've committed that sin. So, pick yourself up. You will succeed in the long run as long as you don't give up. But don't think that you can just add a deadline to it and all of a sudden things are going to work. It's really important to dial in your messaging. The deadline is really to get everyone who's resonating with the messaging, but they're just procrastinating, they're feeling overwhelmed, and they need that extra little push to get off the fence and take that leap and make that final journey, step across, that thin but very important membrane of not client to client. A deadline is super effective at doing that. But it's really the 1-2 punch of really dialed in messaging and then having a deadline, which is really super, super important.
Amazing, right?